Hello, students. Today we are going to discuss John Rawls' theory of justice, which is not only important for PSIR, it has been asked also in ethics paper of general studies, and in general also it is very, very important. And it is a source of inspiration for justice system in the whole world, including that of India. So John Rawls, the American political scientist, in 1971 wrote a book, A Theory of Justice, in which he added so many new dimensions in the prevailing conditions of justice. Because before John Rawls, liberals were favoring liberty as primary value, socialists were favoring equality as primary value. And John Rawls says that justice is not only one of the preconditions for a good society, it is the sufficient condition for the good society. So if justice is done, everything is done. And he also wrote the book, Fairness as Justice or Justice with Fairness. So fairness means whatever is visible, whatever is seen. Justice should not be only done, it should be seen also, setting examples for the others. It should be exemplars for the others. It also affected India. Like in 1971, we talked about fairness and justice. In 1978, in Maneka Gandhi versus Government of India case, Supreme Court also said that any restriction on fundamental rights should be just, fair, and reasonable. So John Rawls' concept of justice is sum total of all. The concept of justice is contractual because it is inspired from social contract individualism of Hobbes, Locke, Rousseau, that through contract, the public goods in original position would be distributed. Then procedural also, procedural justice as procedure of just distribution should be just, fair, and reasonable. It should be balanced. And it is distributive also. That is distribution of public goods, social goods, like award, reward, means of power, prestige, wealth, resources, income. They are limited, but the claims of it are many. So distributive justice also, contractual justice also, and procedural justice also. So all the three, sum total of that. And in the original position, that is, the veil of ignorance would be there, that public policy makers will not be knowing their own social position. If they know their own social position, they will be biased. And one of the very important element of justice is lack of biasness. So there will be no biasness if we don't know our position after making policy. So we will follow least endangered path. For John Rawls, justice society is a chain connection. And in chain connection, if you want to strengthen the chain, you have to start from the weakest part. But to strengthen the weakest part, you should not suppress the strong. You should incentivize the strong. And how it will come? So in three principles of justice, John Rawls first say liberty of all, liberties of all. It should not be confined to privileged sections. Second, fair equality of opportunity for all. Fair equality of opportunity for all. And third, difference principle. Difference principle means there will be incentive for the strong to reinforce the weakest part. It should not be suppression, it should not be coercion, it should not be compulsory, but it should be incentive. So there are two kinds of excellence. One is inventing a new perfume, and another is genetically modified crop, which will be serving crores of starving people. So the second excellence is directly reinforcing the weakest part of the chain. While first excellence, perfume, is used by tiny sections of the society. So the second, that is genetically modified crop to end starvation, should be incentivized. And in that incentivization, even if it leads to inequality, that is welcome inequality. So this is open to all and benefit all. Means it's not benefiting this, it's benefiting this also. So this is open to all, and this is benefit all. Benefit all. And John Rawls is often being criticized by communitarians, socialists, Marxists, that ultimately he's American political scientist. America is a capitalist country, and for him, liberty is first and equality is secondary. So that is one of the criticism of John Rawls. It's true that John Rawls has lexical order. For him, liberty is first and equality is second, and difference principle is third. So this is the reason why he is being criticized by communitarians, that he is too much focusing on individualism, is neglecting community, individual is situated self, and there should not be choice of the individual, there should be discovery of the community. Common is good, good is common, and truth to be discovered, not to be chosen, and individual is not prior to the community. So communitarians also criticize, and John Rawls, for him, rights must precede good. So when we talk about right, that is individual rights. When we talk about good, that is common good. So for John Rawls, right must precede the good. That is, individual must precede the community. So this is the reason why communitarians criticize him. But it is not that only communitarians criticize John Rawls. Neoliberals also criticize John Rawls, because Dworkin also criticized John Rawls, because John Rawls talked about both compensation against brute luck and against option luck. While neoliberals don't want any endowment or insurance or social security against any kind of luck, neoliberals claim that one is responsible for his own poverty or his own richness. One is responsible for his own success or failure. While Dworkin says that there should be endowment-based allocation, and that is against brute luck, that is natural disability, or some wrong luck or wrong choice. So there should be compensation against brute luck. But Dworkin did not say compensation again and again. Option luck, that is ambition sensitive allocation, should be not again compensating the individual. But Rawls says no, compensation against brute luck and option luck, because one individual may go for wrong choice, that may not be intentional, that may not be deliberate. So there should be compensation against both. So John Rawls' theory of justice is unique, as it is criticized by neoliberals also, it is criticized by communitarians, it is criticized by feminists. Feminists claim that where is women in Rawls' concept of justice? It is gender blind theory. So John Rawls rejected utilitarian theory of Bentham. Utilitarian theory of Bentham says greatest happiness of greatest number, because the increasing the happiness of few will not be compensating the sorrow of the poor. So John Rawls completely rejected utilitarian theory or consequentialist approach. John Rawls' theory of justice is inspired from social contract individualism, that is veil of ignorance. The public policy makers will not be knowing their own position. So veil of ignorance, fairness, inspired from social contract individualism, they are keywords. Society as chain connection, original position, they have been asked in John Rawls' theory of justice. So John Rawls talked about democratic equality, and it is overlapping consensus. So this is because in social contract, the rational individuals come together, they apply collective rationality, which is in the benefit of all. So it is open for all and it is benefiting all. So John Rawls talked about democratic equality. He is also talking about overlapping consensus. And for him, all the concepts of justice have been included. He is neither leaning towards liberalism, capitalism, nor leaning towards socialism, communitarianism, nor leaning towards the Dworkin's concept of justice. So his concept of justice is unique, and it is setting or inspiring the judiciary across the world, including that in India. As I said, in Menka Gandhi case, 1978, Supreme Court clearly said the principles of constitutional morality was applied, that any restriction on fundamental rights should be just, fair, and reasonable. So in conclusion, we can say that Rawls' theory of justice is contractual because it is inspired from social contract theory of Hobbes-Locke-Rousseau. It is distributive because distribution of public goods or social goods, and it should be procedural also, that procedure of decision making should be just, it should be unbiased, because one of the problem in justice is biasness. If we are poor, then we say more subsidy is justice. If we are rich, then we say more lower interest rate and more investment is justice. If you are in middle class, we say more options in market is justice. If we are getting benefit of reservation, we say reservation promotes social justice. We are not beneficiary of reservation, then we say reservation is killing of merit. So our judgment is based on our own social condition, our own position. We judge the things not impartially, not in an unbiased manner. We judge the things as per our own condition, as per our own benefit. So benefit decide our judgment. It's not independent, fair, unbiased judgment. So John Rawls' theory of justice, trying to give a framework in which the public policy makers, suppose I have to make health policy, then I should not have been a stakeholder in health sector. Then only I will be making the policy fair and it will be reasonable and just for all. So in John Rawls' concept of justice, it is all the three, and John Rawls' theory of justice was criticized for as on the ground that it was too much individualistic. But ultimately, it is a great concept of justice because justice as fairness was unprecedented. It was never talked about earlier, and he tried to balance between the prevailing conditions of justice, like The liberals focus more on procedural justice. The socialists focus more on distributive justice. And the justice, which is based on overlapping consensus, democratic equality, open to all, benefit to all, is what is more balanced. Although the concept of justice was furthered by Amartya Sen later through his welfare economics, that is not only equality of opportunity for all, but he talked about equality of what? That is equality of capability, ability. So he focused on capacity building approach of the state and rejected Kenneth Harrow's impossibility theorem. So that's it for today. Thank you.